Hello and welcome back to the Golf Diaries. Today we're going to be looking at probably one of the most useful and versatile detailing products you can have in your armoury, and that's the Quick Detail Spray. Hello and welcome to the Golf Diaries. My name's Mark, and if you're into your VWs, Golf GTIs, VW car show scene, VW lifestyle, please like, subscribe and click the bell icon. It's going to be fun. Join us for the ride. So today what are we talking about? Well, I'm looking at my 5 favourite quick detail sprays, and I'm going to be showing you both the products, how they are used, give you a little bit about why I use 5. It's a little bit indulgent perhaps. You could get away with using just the one, but just showing you how I use them and the reason I use 5, and hopefully that might help you decide which one might be the best for you. So first of all, very briefly, for those who may not know, what is a quick detail spray? Well, the clue's in the name. It's to allow you to quickly detail your car. So this is the kind of spray-on product that you put on after a wash, either as a drying aid to help you dry the car, or to just go around after you've dried the car and add a little bit of gloss, make it look freshly waxed, to just freshen it up a little bit. So that's good for maintenance washes on your daily driver, and it's especially important obviously for those that take their cars to shows or just like the cars to look good, because it's a quick way of just adding a little bit of bling to the car. So that's what a quick detail spray is. Now historically, and I won't bore you too much with history here, I'm an old git, I know it, but historically when I was doing a bit of this for a living, a bit of detailing for a living, the quick detail spray was just that. It was just something, as I just described, that you could quickly go around the car. Wouldn't add a lot of protection, but it would just make it look a bit glossy. Nowadays, the lines are blurred a little bit. So you've got kind of quick detailers over here, you've got spray sealants over here, which I'll do a video of in the future weeks, and then a whole load of products in between the two extremes that kind of do a bit of each. And as such, it started to become a bit confusing. If you're looking for your first quick detailer spray, or you're new to detailing, there's so many to choose from, and so where do you start? So that's why I'm going to show you my top 5, how I use them, what their points of difference are, and hopefully that will just help you understand a little bit more what might work for you. So what do I look for in a good quick detail spray? I look for something that's easy to use. I look for something that's value for money, because you can go through a lot of this stuff, so you want something that's not going to be too expensive. I look for something that is obviously going to add some gloss, maybe add a couple of weeks protection in between, just to kind of bridge that gap between the maintenance washes. Something that is safe to use on all exterior surfaces, so plastic, glass, etc. I try to keep it away from kind of rubber, from tyres and things like that. They're not meant for that. And also something that's nicely lubricated, because you might want to use it as a clay lube perhaps, or you certainly might want to use it as a drying aid. So you want something that's going to be nicely lubricate the drying towel and not leave loads of streaks and that kind of nasty stuff. So those are the things I look for. So before we get into the top 5 quick detailers in my humble opinion, I just want to explain how I'm going to rank them. This is all very subjective. This is just my eyes, me feeling it on the panel, experiencing the application process and so on. So I don't have gloss meters or anything like that, but I'm just going on these. So yeah, it is quite subjective. However, I've ranked them by the amount I use them. So, for example, number 5 I use occasionally, because it's got a particular trait that I really like for a particular job, but it's only an occasional need for me. Whereas the number 1 is the jack of all trades, does everything, and I go through gallons of the stuff. I mean, litres in modern terms. I told you I was an old git, didn't I? So, gallons, litres, a lot. So, with no further ado, top 5. At number 5, we've got what many people consider to be a classic, and I have to kind of agree with them, and that is Sonax Brilliant Shine Detailer. Now, you could argue, and I will argue, that this is actually a spray sealant. This gives a lot of protection. When I do my best spray sealant video in the weeks to come, I can guarantee you that that's going to place really highly, probably higher than number 5. It is primarily a protector. It's got very good durability, but it's not necessarily, that's not something I necessarily want in a quick detailer. What it does do though, more than other spray sealants, is it does work as a quick detailer. It does add gloss. You can do some very basic cleaning with it. It's not brilliantly lubricated, but you can use it as a drying aid. It's a little bit thick in consistency. I'm told that you can water it down 1:1. I've never tried that, but apparently it makes it a little bit easier to use. It's not difficult to use, but it's just a little bit sticky compared to the other four that I'm about to go on and describe to you. But the way I use this is in the show cars. I tend to use it as around the door shuts and around the boot shuts, just to add a little bit of shine and some long-lasting protection. But I mainly use this for the work van that I mentioned at the outset, because I can't be bothered machine polishing a work van. I've got better things to be doing than polishing my work van. So with this, once it's washed down, I use this as a drying aid. It gives it a nice bit of shine, a lot of protection. The van it either lives in a very dusty environment or a very muddy environment, depending on the season, and this just protects it all year round. So it's a really good product. It's great value for money. I'm looking at my notes because my memory's going. Third time I've told you I'm an old git. So basically for this 750ml bottle, prices range from £8 to £11. You can get it cheaper occasionally. There are some websites that knock these out at £5 every now and again, so keep an eye on Google. You can also buy it in 5 litre form, and that is £38.95, so that works out about £7, £7.40 a litre. So pretty good value for money, and when it protects as long as it does, not bad. Number 4. What have we got at number 4? Bilt Hamber Auto QD. Now, I'm quite a Bilt Hamber fan, so for me to only use this occasionally, why? It's a good product. It's a very good product. It's £14.95 for 500 millilitres, and that sounds expensive, but as with all things Bilt Hamber, it's dilutable. So you can dilute this up to 1 to 20, 1 part product to 20 parts water as a drying aid. Or you can use it at 1:1 or 1:3 for a high gloss QD. Now the reason I don't use this quite as much as the other ones I'm going to go on to describe is primarily for me this is now a drying aid. If I want to just quickly dry my car, I've got other things to do, I just want it done, disappear out with the wife or do whatever it is we're going to go on and do. I just want to get the car dried, leave it. This is great. It adds a little bit of gloss. It's nothing amazing at 1 to 20, as you would probably expect, but it is a really nice drying aid. At 1 to 20, this is exceptionally good drying aid. I also use it when I'm working on the Rivage, because the Rivage is heavily protected by Bilt Hamber rust products, rust protection products. It's getting on 30 years old. And I use a lot of Auto Balm, which I will talk about in another video. This was designed to work with Auto Balm, so at 1 to 3, this is a really nice QD to work with Auto Balm. But in terms of using it as a QD on my other cars, I just find it at dilutions of 1 to 3 or 1 to 1's even worse. It's just a little bit harder work. It's not hard work, it's just a little bit harder work than the other ones I'm going to go on to describe. But again, it's good value for money. When you look at £14.95 for 500ml, you know, if you dilute that to 1 to 20, I mean, my rough maths bring that out at 10 litres. So, you know, your price per litre is very, very cheap. And I'm going to double check my maths there. I'm sure someone will put it in the comments if I got that wrong. But it does work out really cheaply. So that's Auto QD from Bilt Hamber. At number 3, not 2, 3. I don't need to give you another old reference, do I? Hey, comes to us all. So at number 3, we've got a product called Spray and Shine from BrightMax. Now, BrightMax is perhaps a brand that you don't know a lot about. I think it's probably one of the most underrated brands in detailing. They do some amazing products. Their metal polishes, some of their waxes, they do some really, really good products, and they're nicely priced normally as well, so it's definitely worth checking them out. But the Spray and Shine is their quick detailer. Now, I've used this for 5 or 6 years as my sole quick detailer. This could be number 1. This could be your do-it-all quick detailer and do an amazing job at it too. It includes Canuba, a tiny amount of Canuba, so it certainly adds gloss, particularly on warm coloured cars, reds, oranges, yellows. Really, really nice finish on those particular colours. It also seems to work well on grey cars. I've no idea why, but it's just something about the Canuba and the polymer mix on a grey car. This looks amazing. It smells nice, which is important when you're using a lot of it. It's so easy to use, it's easy on, easy off, it's got cleaning ability, it's very well lubricated. This, I think, is, if Auto QD from Bilt Hamber wasn't so damn good as a drying aid, this would be my drying aid. It's anti-streak, I've never seen this streak, and I've used it on just about every part of the car apart from the tyres. It's safe to use on glass. There's just nothing not to like about it. Now, price-wise, it's a little bit more expensive, so again, that just knocks it down a little bit. So for a 709 milliliter bottle, such as this, that's $11.95. BrightMax Direct is doing a bit of a deal at the minute for $9.95, so if you're quick, you might be lucky. You can get it in 3.78 litres, or 1 US gallon, that's why 3.78 litres, for $30.95. So that works out at approximately £8.20-ish a litre. I don't really know what else to say about this stuff. It's really, really good. It's a damn good product. Seriously guys, BrightMax Spray and Shine, this could be the quick detailer you're looking for. However, there's two more to go. First up, a product that I was a little dubious about. I heard lots of good things about this and I thought, it can't be that good. It can't be that good. And then I tried it. I don't like to use the word game changer, certainly not for a quick detailer, but it's not far from it, and that is the Infinity Wax Rapid Detailer. Why do I love this stuff so much? It's not quite as good a cleaner as the BrightMax, but the gloss on this is out of this world. To my eyes, the gloss on this is the glossiest quick detailer I've used. The other thing it's got going for it, apart from an absolutely divine smell, I mean, seriously, it's quite something. The other thing I like about this is it's exceptionally good value for money. So, for example, this 500 milliliter bottle is $9.99, and the bottle, I have to say, is very, very good. You know, the trigger mechanism on it is excellent. You can get a 5 litre bottle for $49.99, and then if you really want to push the boat out and you want to bathe in the stuff, and when you smell it you probably will want to bathe in it, you can buy a 25 litre. You must like your quick detailing, but 25 litre one of these for $124.99. Now when you work it out, that comes in at just under £5 a litre. So, and I'm pretty confident this bottle is going to last you a long time just to keep topping it up. So if you really fall in love with this, that's the one to go for. The other thing this gives you that the others don't is it gives you a good level of protection. The BrightMax, for example, it's got that little bit of Canuba in and the polymers, and it'll give you a couple of weeks between maintenance washes, which is kind of okay. You know, that's kind of standard for a good quick detailer. This one, Infinity Wax say you can get up to 8 weeks out of this. Now, it's not a claim I've ever put to the test because I kind of like washing my car too much, but I have used this on a car when I know, if I'm going away with work or whatever, and I know I'm going to be away for a few weeks, I put this on because it just gives it that little bit of a longer lasting sacrificial layer on top of whatever is on the car. The big thing with this though, honestly, and it blows me away every time I use it, is the ease of use. Now, none of these products I'm talking about are difficult. It's, wipe on, level, wipe off, it's not difficult. This, spray, wipe, walk, done. It's so simple. It's going to take a special product to be number one over this. It's just that, this product I'm going on to I use more of because it's got more general uses. But this is one hell of a quick detailer. If you watch any YouTube detailing channel, I can guarantee, I will bet my mortgage on the fact that you would have heard of this brand because everybody's raving about it, and rightly so. It is one hell of a range of products, and this quick detailer, it's the king. It's the garage therapy to quick detailer. Could be the queen, not being sexist. You decide. So what makes Garage Therapy 2 Quick Detailer so damn good? Well, it does everything. And not only does it do everything, it does everything exceptionally well. It's a good cleaner. It has shampoo in it, so actually for fingerprints and for dust and things like that, you know, this outperforms any of the others to my eyes. It's got a good level of gloss, not quite as glossy as the Infinity Wax, but it's still got a really good level of gloss. It leaves a really slick finish to the paintwork. It works beautifully on all paint colours. My Reflex Silver Anniversary with this on looks amazing. A warm coloured card with this on looks amazing. So from that point of view, it's slightly more flexible in terms of what it looks good on than perhaps the Spray and Shine. It has some good hydrophobics. You know, it's the water behaviour on this for a quick detailer is pretty good. The protection, 1 to 2 weeks, which again, as a maintenance quick detailer, is all you really need. It smells nice. It's good value. It comes in probably the best trigger spray and best bottle of the lot of them. I could continue. It genuinely is that good, and I don't give praise out too readily, but I can't find anything wrong with this, and I've tried, and you know, this particular bottle I've only had a couple of weeks, and I'm getting through it already, and I can't find anything wrong with this. It's a great product. So value wise, the 500ml bottle like this one is £11. The 5 litre is £39, which works out at about £7.40 a litre. So again, right up there in terms of value with the Auto QD at 1 to 10 and so on. It's a good value product. It's only really the Infinity Wax at 25 litre quantities that beats it for value. So I don't really know what else to say about this, guys. It's the jack of all trades, and it's the master of pretty much all of them. So if you're only going to have one quick detailer in your armoury, I would strongly recommend Garage Therapy 2 Quick Detailer. That's the one you want. No. I did promise though that I was going to say which one I'm going to take to the shows with me when we eventually get back to shows. Well, I'm going to cheat a little bit on this one and say I'm going to take 2. Bear with me. Garage Therapy. This will be the one, as you probably gathered, that I will take with me. Mainly because of its drying aid abilities and also its cleaning abilities, because as much as you ask people politely at shows, please don't touch the car, they touch the car, and certainly with kids and things like that, you can't stop kids, and I wouldn't want to stop kids. I do not want to be the old git that scares kids. I mean, you know, that's not a good look. So you're going to get fingerprints on your car. That will deal with those. The other one I'll take with me is Infinity Wax, just for the gloss, for no other reason, just the amount of gloss this can give you, and it may well be that I only end up using that, but if it's a nice day and everyone's keeping their hands to themselves, I'll probably use that. But yeah, if you can only take one to a show, Garage Therapy. So that's my top 5 quick detailers. Please let me know what you think. Hopefully that's been of some use. It is a confusing array of products in the quick detailer segment, and so hopefully by breaking it down and starting to try and explain the differences between the two. I mean, it's always difficult. There's so much to talk about with these products that trying to condense it as much as possible, it probably comes across a bit rushed. But hopefully it's allowed you to understand a little bit more of what's going to work best for you. Just because a product is seen as the latest and greatest doesn't necessarily mean it is for you. It's got to be right for you, the way you want to use the product, the way you want to see results from that product. What do you want it to do? It's a tool. It's there to do a job for you. So hopefully by breaking it down, what the differences are and how I've found through trial and error over the years, different products work in different ways. Hopefully you can find some kind of useful information there. If you've got any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer them. Until next time, take care, speak soon, bye for now.